Hi, my name is Andrew Som. I'm the co-founder of MX Sunsets. We launch reflective clouds into the stratosphere to cool Earth. The eventual mission of MX Sunsets is to reverse global warming. It works by copying what volcanoes have been doing for millions of years. There was a volcanic eruption back in 1991, Mount Pinatubo. It launched 20 million tons of SO2 into the stratosphere and it cooled the Earth by 0.5 degrees Celsius. What we're doing is copying that by using balloons to launch reflective particles into the stratosphere. It's super leverage. 1 gram of our material offsets the warming effect of 1 ton of CO2 for a year. So it's 1 to million leverage. There isn't a lot of solutions out there that has little amounts that can offset a ton. I have 2 kids and I really care about their futures. I want them to live in a world where they're not impacted by catastrophic climate events.
So I guess global warming has come back out of nowhere. All of a sudden, global warming is some real thing. I remember for a long time it was global warming, and then we found out that climate wasn't warming as much as they said it was. So then it became climate change. Now that they want to block out the sun, it's become global warming again. But you realize since the CO2 has increased in the atmosphere over the course of the last however many decades, that the planet is 70% greener than it was before. You realize there's more greenery ever. You realize that the real reason for the death of humanity and the real climate scare is global cooling. Trump has said it, but other scientists and experts and archaeologists and geologists like Randall Carlson and Graham Hancock and others have said this. Global cooling is what you really have to be afraid of, not global warming. Because when you have a warm climate with high CO2 levels, then you have amazing crop yields. You have a green, beautiful planet that flourishes off of consuming the CO2 and then pushing out the oxygen that we all breathe, and then we have plants and agriculture that we can all live off of. But somehow global warming is a major problem again. Do you know what happens when the planet cools down? The Dark Ages happens. You can look at the average temperature of the planet during the Dark Ages, and geologists and others have been able to figure this out using carbon dating and other things like that, other markers in the ground. Fairly sophisticated science. We know that during the Dark Ages, during massive famine periods in the history of humanity, the planet has been cooler. And now they're trying, out of their own scientific cult of self-righteousness, to artificially make the planet cooler, which would do what? It would then make the planet less green, which would then result in what? Which would then make crop yields lower, which would then result in what? Starvation, caused, created, manufactured, artificial food shortages, perpetuated